Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Only Facts Media with your host Louis. Um, I've covered this on my X page. If you follow me on my X page, um, I cover it most days. This has been the busiest Christmas period of migrant crossings ever. I mean, these guys got more balls than Hitler. The only difference is Hitler had the RAF to deal with. The migrants have got the Navy saying, "Come on in." So anyway, let's let Matt Goodwin explain a little bit more.
Now, this is the number one issue in the country right now. 1,500 illegal migrants have crossed into the UK in small boats between December 25th and December 28th. This marks the busiest Christmas period since records
In 3
began
days,
back in
1,500
2018.
people.
Nearly 36,000 illegal migrants have now arrived in the country illegally on small boats this year alone, which takes the overall total since 2018 to more than 150,000 illegal migrants entering the country. Now, Labour's strategy is clearly ineffective. It's not working. It's riddled with flaws. We have no active deterrent in place. The Rwanda plan has been completely scrapped. Policies that have been introduced under the Labour government have inadvertently made it easier to stay in this country. About two-thirds of the people who have been applying for asylum have seen their claims approved. That, I think...
That is a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace.
Sends a dangerous message to many other would-be illegal migrants. Make the journey to Britain, it's worth the risk. Not to mention the fact that we are also welcoming those people with open arms, giving them cash cards, smartphones, access to the NHS, access to schools, and much more besides. Now, the human cost of all this is becoming overwhelming. At least 77 illegal migrants have now died or gone missing in the Channel this year, the deadliest year on record. We have to solve this crisis. The economic cost, meanwhile, for British taxpayers is ballooning. It's costing an estimated £5.4 billion every year. This system is costing us.
Crazy.
18 billion on the current cohort of illegal migrants. Now, to put that in perspective, we've just taken winter fuel payments off British pensioners to save £1.5 billion. But we're spending £5.5 billion every year on this crisis. And we're smashing family farms.
Make that make sense. Crazy. Fucking crazy.
Up and down this country to save 500 million. But again, we've been spending about 18 billion on this illegal migration crisis. We've got to get to the bottom of it. Here's my view. A country that cannot protect its borders is not a serious country. And a nation that prioritizes external crises, that puts external courts over our own laws, our own people, is failing its own people. I think the British taxpayers deserve so much more than this. I think the British public are utterly fed up, and I think they deserve to be treated with respect. According to a new YouGov poll, the vast majority of people in this country are utterly dissatisfied with how this issue is being managed. More than two-thirds, 69%, think that immigration in Britain is now being handled badly.
Well.
In many polls, it's the number one issue facing the country today, as far as voters are concerned. Labour clearly must change its approach. The current plan is not working. It's a disaster, and it's getting worse, not better. So I think the government needs to really...
I think it's the worst crisis this country has faced in a generation. Possibly further back than that. This is a crisis, an unprecedented crisis.
We have a clear, effective strategy. It needs to change course. It needs to deal with these migrant crossings. It needs to deal with the soaring costs that, let's be honest, it's the British taxpayer who's paying them more than anybody else. And it needs to really deal with this exasperation out there in the country with a system that's not working and treating people with respect. We have to get control of our borders. We have to do whatever is necessary to regain control, whether that includes leaving the European Convention on Human Rights, whether it includes reforming or repealing the Human Rights Act, whether it means having an active deterrent like the Rwanda plan that puts British laws and British courts first.
And there we go. Again, Mr. Goodwin spitting facts. I do like Matt. He's really good. And this is from X. I'm not actually on the YouTube channel this time. I find some of the things you find on X, this is actually on their YouTube channel, but I find some of the things on X you just do not find anywhere else. But anyway, I've got an interesting Piers Morgan uncensored half an hour interview. They've just banned social media in Australia for under 16s, right? Which I think is controversial, but I do think is a good thing because these kids are glued. They're glued. I can put this phone down for hours. They can't. Yes, I'll pick it up again. Yes, we're all addicted to them, aren't we? But come on, man. I think it is not such a bad thing. But make your mind up. But put your comments below on this. On this, what do you think? Are the Labour government doing it well, badly? What can be done about it? How about we just get stronger and tell the French no more? No more money, no more help, no more illegals. No more. They're not illegals. Sorry, they are illegal immigrants. They're not migrants. They're just illegal immigrants. Like they've got from the southern border into the northern into the southern states of America. Illegal immigrants. And what's Trump and Tom Homan doing? They're deporting the lot. And that is what will happen in this country eventually. With another 4 years of it, you can imagine how fed up the British public will be by then. Bruv, it's going to be a lot of heartache. And it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. It's going to be a lot more deaths, people crossing. I mean, they're crossing in perilous conditions. You don't really want to go outside, let alone go into the English Channel and cross from one country to another. It's insane. Anyway, that's my rant over for the day, or just starting. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video, if you want to see more, make suggestions, hit the like button, and share away. Cheers, guys.